When AMV has to approach the redesign of a cab interior, usually we start from considering which type of vehicle we have in front of us. Obviously, it's different if we have to approach an industrial vehicle, a commercial vehicle, or a vehicle for a private user. Considering the first two typologies of vehicle, we can say that there are similar inputs and they are all related to technical considerations. That is to say, visibility towards the exterior of the vehicle and accessibility to the vehicle. So if it's easy to get in or get off the vehicle, obviously. And also the comfort during the performance of the work that the operator has to do. As for private user vehicles, we start considering comfort first, both for the driver and the passengers as well. And then, obviously, you have all the other considerations which are related to the ergonomics. So the space available around the user, and then the accessibility to the controls inside the cabin. And then, obviously, you also have a consideration of materials, of the finishing of the surfaces. And then you also have to consider the aesthetic, the purely aesthetic point of view. So combination of colors and the general idea that you have when you get into the car or into the vehicle. Yeah, so when we have to consider energy saving as for vehicle cabins, obviously our approach is more oriented to materials, which have to be lighter than standard ones, and also to the silent vehicle. That is to say, we know that electrical vehicles are already silent, more silent than normal ones, than standard ones. And we have then to consider that all components have to be assembled in a perfect way so that they will not make noise during the operation of the car or of the vehicle. So couplings as well are really important for that, and the way installation is performed inside the vehicle. So the ideal thing for us as designers would be to have materials that could be at the same time functional and aesthetical. And in this way, we would all obviously have less components inside the car, and we would then reduce the weight of the car as well. We can say that in this kind of vehicle, of special vehicles, electrical vehicles, the challenges are even greater than in other kinds of vehicles, because we can say that we can be more creative from a certain point of view, because we are more stimulated to do something innovative, modern, futuristic, and to convey that idea of the future, we can also use high technologies. But then you also have to be aware that you have to face reality. So as in all other works, we always end up also facing the problem of cost saving, not just energy saving. So the role of AMV design and of all other designers, I would say, industrial designers especially, is to find a balance between these two trends. So the push for innovation and the push to make viable projects that you can manufacture and that you can pay for.